All right. Well, hello, friends, and thank you for joining us for another episode of What's Going On, where we check in and find out what's going on. I am your host today, Jennifer Harris, and I'm so excited to be here with the amazing Rachel Leach. She is
Hi.
an ambitious and dedicated healthcare professional, currently working as a Bachelor prepared registered nurse, soon to be a family nurse practitioner, emergency nurse practitioner, and psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. She is passionate about creating a safe and supportive environment for health and wellness. And we know that this is something that we need in our community. So let's get to it. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, so blessed, can't complain. So glad to wake up today to be able to have another day to make a change in someone's life. All is well.
I love it. I love it. I
How are
love
you
it.
today?
I'm excited that it's Friday.
Yeah,
Hopefully I
yes,
get to
that's so
sleep in tomorrow. I don't know.
yes.
I'm gonna try. We'll see.
Yes.
But today we're
Yes.
going to celebrate and like put the spotlight on you. So who would you say is Rachel? I know the nurse practitioner and the things to come for you. But how would you describe yourself?
So yes, I am Rachel. I am a native of Virginia. Recently just moved to the Atlanta, Georgia area. I am a mom of three wonderful children, ages 12, 11, and 8. As you mentioned, I have been in school before for healthcare, but I also been in school for other things as well as business. Just trying to find my way into incorporate things into my business. On a day-to-day basis, everybody see me nurturing and loving one, but I am really passionate traveling. I love traveling internationally. That's one of my
Mhm.
things. I love going to different cultures, exploring to better understand, and just spending time with my family. I think family time is the most biggest thing and challenge that I've been working on this year and last year to just spend time with family. Family is so important. People have been leaving left and right, sickness coming on all of a sudden. So
Yeah.
lately, I've been more so surrounding myself. Yes, I love what I do, healthcare wise, but spending time with family has definitely been a hard thing that I've been tackling with.
Got it. I like that you say you've been working on it, right? So
Yes.
that means that it's something that you identified that you want to do more. And it's a process, trying to make sure you got that time. But the amazingness is the memories that you create that they'll never forget.
Absolutely. Yes. Creating memories definitely forever lasting, long lasting memories.
Yes, yes, I love it. I love it. So, you do some weight loss in your healthcare.
I do. That's yes. I do weight loss. One of my number one book service that I do. It's kind of near and dear to my heart. Kind of hit the home. So why I became an expert in it because it just sounded close in. Even with myself experiencing some weight loss, weight gain issues and self esteem. So I can relate, and also I can relate to my clients. How important, and how much it means to me. So we get the work done
Mhm,
together.
mhm, mhm. I like that. Sometimes people don't realize that it is a self-esteem. And people make comments, "Oh, you get a little chunky there," and though they feel like it's innocent, those words can linger on, right? And could be
Absolutely.
overwhelming for some that are experiencing some challenges because it's a gazillion different reasons why they can't get the weight off or why the weight even came on and things of that sort. So it's really cool that you have a leg in trying to help people get through it.
Absolutely. Yes, I do.
Yes. So what drew you to that? What made you go into that field or that
So
specialty?
yeah, so of course, being a nurse, just working in the hospital and then working in the emergency room in different areas, nursing was always a passion for me. But how I kind of branched off to my own business, doing my med spa, and then making weight loss one of my number one services, and how passionate I am because I had a lot of family members that have gained weight, had a lot of ailments, obesity, diabetes. I have a sister, she is very, very young, and it kind of sprang up on her all of a sudden. She's struggling with weight loss, self esteem. I'm just trying to better to get her, get her back focused. Like, hey, you have someone to support you. So my sister and family members around me, definitely push me more. Like they need help. I can help them. They need help. I personally went through a transition where I gained a set amount of weight and I was called a lot of names. I was having low self esteem, kind of fell into depression. So I know how my clients and how my sister feel when someone like, oh, you look a little thick today. Are you pregnant or what's going on? And not knowing that we just going life that's be life and we just things happen. So seeing my sister on all these medications, definitely, I'm like, listen, you too young. You're in your 30s, you too young. You should not be having 10, 12 pills every single day, taking it. Like, do you know why you're taking it for? Do you know that these
Yeah.
are simple lifestyle changes that you can make to get off this medicine, be able to be healthy, be a better you, and you can better love yourself more? So definitely my journey, but my sister journey has been one of the ones that have pushed me the most to help
Oh,
others.
very nice, very nice. Growing
Yes.
up as kids, they would say sticks and stones would break my bones, but names would never hurt me.
Yes.
And that's the story. Names and words can hurt. So I'm really excited of how that passion for, wanting to be there for your sister encouraged you to do that. And then as people see results, they're like, they went from saying you got, a little thing on, you're like, what did you do? And you're like, how can you help me? So pretty, pretty cool.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, did you always want to go into the healthcare field?
Yes, so I always used to be one of those ones used to watch. I don't know if it's still a show on TV. I don't watch TV as much, but Untold Stories of the ER. I was one
Okay.
of those little kids that used to watch the TLC Untold Stories of the ER. I'm like, I like that. Like that's some pretty cool, even though it was kind of like animated a little bit, but I'm like still. That seemed pretty cool. So I always wanted to be in the medical field. I initially wanted to be a medical doctor. But as I got older, I became a teen mom. So kind of my hopes and dreams kind of was put on the back burner a little bit.
Hmm.
But when I was trying to find my career again, I'm like, what do I want to do? What am I really good at that I
Yeah.
know that I can genuinely love to do? I'm like, I love taking care of people because I did it with my kids. My mom raised a lot of children in our home, took in a lot of kids. So I was always taking care of someone that was either younger than me or around someone that was older than me. It was always someone that I had to take care of for my mom.
Gotcha.
So that's what made me get into the nursing field. And when I got into it, I kind of started off small as like a CNA, and then I went to the hospital, worked besides the nurses, and just watching. Like I really love doing this. Like these people are so happy for someone to make a change in their life, or be there to help them
Hmm.
get better, or
Hmm.
be there when they're at their worst, and you can see them get to their best, or the best ultimate they've been before coming into the hospital. So seeing that journey, and they can say thank you, I really appreciate it, and really genuinely meant that. That
Hmm.
meant the world to me. I'm like, I did something. My good deed
Yeah.
is sold
Yeah.
for the day.
Yeah.
I did something. So that's what really made me get into the nursing field, how passionate I am. And, it was kind of a juggle for me to leave bedside nursing to be a nurse practitioner because I really love my one-on-one interaction with my clients. So that's what made me go up to nurse practitioner, but also it was a struggle, but made me open my business because I could have my one-on-one with my clients and no one
Yeah.
can take that away from me.
Very nice, very nice. So it
Yes,
sounds like you've evolved in
yes.
being in this field. So how has that helped you in your approach of being able to be of support, like seeing that they enjoy somebody having a listening ear, but also helping them to do whatever it was to get back on track in whatever area was. How has that process been for you?
It's been a great process. I see where it was a lack. It was a need. It was a lack of compassion, empathy, and just having patience.
Mm.
As a healthcare provider and people in general, we have a tendency to talk a lot, and we always educating and giving people advice, but not letting the client or the person express themselves. Sometimes we over
Mm.
talk too much and not just listen. We have an issue with listening, and being that supportive person because sometimes people just need somebody to talk to. And
Mhm.
thank you for listening. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like it has been a good journey for me because I'm always a listening ear. And I call myself a high vibrational person because people come to me, strangers that I do not know in the world, and they will have a whole lifestyle conversation with me that I never asked for. But they feel so comfortable to come to me to talk because they know I'm going to listen. I'm going to give them the advice to the best of my ability. But just listening goes a long ways.
It does go a long way. I've been there
Yes.
as well. And that's a blessing to be able to be that person because we never know who we come into contact with and
Yes.
how we can brighten their day to help them keep on going because somebody did it for us, so we want to pay it forward, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Pretty nice, pretty nice. So, in this piece or this lane of weight loss, what would you say are some most common misconceptions about weight loss?
I think there's a lot of misconceptions about weight loss. I feel like a lot of clients they want to say, okay, I'm gonna change my diet. I'm gonna go on this fat diet, the keto diet, and that's gonna be it. Like I'm gonna lose my weight. That's gonna be it. They not realizing that they can just make small changes to that diet, even get the carbs, the calories, get your fruits and vegetables in, but also just adjusting a diet that works for them, but also incorporating exercise and water. Little intakes of different things can make a difference, but they're thinking that they can just go and just go cold turkey. Oh, I don't eat any meats. I don't eat anything else. But we do in reality need a little bit of each of those food pyramids, to be honest with you, to help support our diet. A lot of misconceptions, especially I guess with the surgical side, I don't do it. It's just a misconception that I hear all the time, and that's my personal opinion that I'm gonna get this this surgery and I'm not gonna gain this weight back. That's not true. It will always come back. Another misconception, as me being a provider doing medical weight loss on the outside, giving injections. Oh, I'm not going to lose weight, or I'm going to lose weight and it's going to gain back. It's a process. To me, I feel like when it comes to medical weight loss shots, you are in control. So the surgery, you're not in control. When the body say, "Hey, I'm gonna stop losing weight," I stop losing weight, and it may be way past your goal. People don't know that when you come to me for weight loss shots, you're in control. You are in control of how you lose your weight, your goal you want to set, and when you want to stop. So you have those options. I give my clients full autonomy of how they want to approach their weight loss journey, how they want to, things they want to do, things they're missing, and also just support them mentally, physically, emotionally.
I like it. I like to take notes, so that's why I looked down a little bit. So the first
Yes,
thing you was talking about, well, one of the pieces that you talked about that I noted was what works for you. And
yes.
oftentimes we hear somebody saying, "Hey, I'm doing this diet and it's doing phenomenal for them, and it might not work for you." So don't be. The hope is that our listeners that are tuned in don't get discouraged, because again, you have to find what works for your body makeup. So I like that. And that
Yes,
part of little is much. Like, the slight changes that you do, you start to see changes, and then it encourages you to keep doing that, but then to also add something else.
absolutely.
Very, very nice.
Absolutely.
Now, this surgery piece, let's sit here for a second.
Yes.
I know many people that have had surgery or are
Yes.
considering surgery, and unfortunately, for some, it does come back.
Mhm.
Sometimes quicker, sometimes more, and things of that sort. But you said with that, if you there's also an option of shots. But let's talk about with the surgery. Some words of encouragement to those that may have had it and got discouraged because it did come back. Words of encouragement to those that had it and kept it off.
Mhm. To me, when it comes to surgery, that is like a personal approach too. So I support the clients or the people that do want to get the surgery. The ones that the weight that came back, just know that you did try, and
Mhm.
it's okay. Like, things
Yeah,
happen. Our body, as we get older, our body's going through a lot of changes. So you might have got that surgery 10 years ago. You were maybe a little bit younger, but as we get older, our body go through a lot of changes, and especially with our women, we go through hormonal changes like every season, it seems like. So some
every
words of
season.
encouragement, yes, every season. So some words of encouragement definitely for those that did approach the surgical, whether it was a sleeve or the bypass. Definitely stay motivated, because you did it once, you can do it again. Whether you go through
Mhm.
the surgery approach, go through the medical weight loss chart approach, or just the holistic approach, with just taking supplements and just exercising and drinking water, you can do it. I mean, you
Mhm.
did it once, you can do it again, and we all need some type of help. I mean, you had the help with the surgery, and nothing is wrong with that. And I bet you looked great when you had the surgery. So guess what? You want those same results, you can work again at a different approach to get those same results.
Mhm.
The ones that did do the surgery and it stayed off and you got your goal, I'm still proud of you as well, because for one, it takes a brave soul to even take initiative to sign that paperwork and say, "Hey, I'm going in there to
Yeah.
go on the anesthesia, and y'all can cut on me. I don't know what you're doing to do the surgery." So it takes a brave soul, a dedicated soul, to
Mhm.
want to do that. And I feel like at any approach that you do, whether you got surgery, the bypass, or the sleeve, you done it. And you done it for you. You
Mhm.
wanted to be a healthier version of you. And I'm proud of you, because you took some initiative and said, "Hey, I don't look good in my skin," something, or even a health scare may have made you
Yeah.
do it. I'm just proud that she took initiative to do something to get a better version of you, so you could be a better person to you, your family, and have longevity. You got grandkids, nieces and nephews. You want to be able to have a longevity life. I had longevity, happy,
Yeah.
prospering life.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that you took initiative, with the approach, for sure.
For sure. For sure. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
So then you were sharing about shots and how if you give shots, one, can you tell us what the shots are? You said you have control. What does that look like? And what is that process of somebody that's choosing no surgery? Because I'm nervous of that, going to sleep, things that sort. But you give me a needle. Now, I don't like needles, but for those that do like needles and are open to this, help them out, please.
Yeah, so the ones that does come for weight loss, when I say you're in control, so when I'm approaching my clients, I try to figure out what contribute. Is it something that's going on in your life? Typically
Mhm.
people think people just get gain weight just by eating all the time. You gotta
Mhm.
understand stress. You You gotta
Yeah.
understand, you're not sleeping well at night.
Hmm.
Yes, I mean, food does contribute to it, but we don't always gain weight by just eating food. Other factors does contribute, even with our smokers and drinking alcohol. So I approach my clients and say, okay, what's causing your number one weight goal? Why do you feel like you have gotten to this place to this day?
Hmm.
Was it somebody, something might have happened in life, a traumatic event, or some stressors that might be happening, or it just, I mean, genetics. People think
Yeah.
just because you're overweight is not because you eat it. Genetics. It may be a
Hmm.
genetic thing that you just do not know about. So first I figure out what's the problem. Um, how can we approach the problem? How can we fix the problem? Because it could be a simple fix. It could be, okay, well, um, let's see, my kids has been acting out, or I got, my finances been out of control. How can we find a balance or get you resources to help that part so we can help you on the medical side with
Right.
your weight loss?
Right.
I ask my clients, what have they tried in the past, or if they tried anything in the past, how did it work for you? How consistent were they, or if they did try anything, because that might have worked, and we could try it again at that different approach and add it to the weight loss program to help you get to your results.
Yeah.
I also give my clients the option, how fast they want to lose the weight. Because I have a shot that you can lose the weight. You will lose the weight regardless, but you can lose it, not as fast as my other weight loss shot. Because some people say, I don't want to get small too fast now. Like, I want to be able to get small and people can notice, and I can notice that my fat pants is fitting a little different. My shirt size went down. My face is slim. So I always ask them approaches, what are your goals? How fast do you want to lose the weight? Either way that we do choose is safe and is effective.
Mm.
It just depends on how dedicated they are to doing it, and also how fast they want to lose the weight. People are scared of needles, and I get it. I have different techniques that my clients do not feel my shots, because it's just me just having that hospital that's doing it so much. So I give them the approach and say, hey, people think you can just get it in your arms. You can get it in your arms, you can get it in your stomach, you can get it in your buttocks, you can get it in your legs. So I give them different areas that they not used to getting shots in, or have got shots in the past that has not hurt them. My needles is not small. People be looking at the gauge like, this is a big needle, this is a big needle. It is really small. And I try to approach them to it like, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, deep breathe in and out, shot, you're done. So I try to give them the option as well, but also just letting them be in control. Say, okay, if I want you to do 30 minutes a week, 30 minutes 3 times a week, can you just give me one day of 10 minutes? Can we just start off a one day 10 minutes, and we can regroup next week at our appointment, and we can say, okay, you did 10 minutes. Can we up it to 20 minutes this one particular day? So I try to give or innovate, make our plans geared to our client and around their life, because people work long hours, people don't have a lot of time, or they just needed some little bit of guidance. Because just abruptly say, hey, I need you to work 1 hour 3 times a week, that's not going to get them. You forcing someone to do something, it's not going to work. So I give them to say, hey, how much time are you able to allocate per week to help you get to your weight loss? And I let them be in control. I can come on Tuesday every week, I can come and give you 10 minutes 3 times a day, and I can promise you that I can do 2 bottles of water starting off, and I promise that I will make sure that I will get my shot even though I'm scared. I come from my client. I talk to them while they get that shot too, so sometimes they don't feel it because I'm talking and we talking about doing the vacations and wearing Cabo, so their mind is shifted completely
Yeah.
from the reason why they're scared. So I let
Yeah.
them be completely in control, and we make plans completely around them.
Got you. Got you. Got you. So
Yes.
with the surgery, it's a one-time thing. With the shot, is it how often does one normally have to do it? How long does one have to do it?
So when it comes to weight loss shots, it is like I said, it's tailored to the patient. It's about how much they want to lose, how dedicated they are, and also everybody's body is made differently. You would have to come once a week to get your shot. I say on the same day if possible. And even if you do get be up there on the plan for 6 months, 7 months, it's still tailored to how much the client. Because somebody might come in and say, "Hey, I want to lose 100 pounds." That's going to take a little bit of time. It might take a lot of time, but you got to understand the client has to put the work in that I give them, but also still be dedicated to coming in that shots. So I always say it's always geared to the client's goals, and how their body mass is, and just making sure that they stand dedicated. I always say slow and steady is always the best um, process to approach weight loss shots.
I like it. I like it. You keep sharing of like the dedication and determination of the client. So it leads us to the question of like the mindset and mental health and how that plays a role in weight
Yes.
loss, because we'll do the surgery and feel like, oh, well, and then I'm good. And then it comes
Hmm.
back like, what the heck happened? We come for the
Yes.
needle a couple times. We're like, something is going on. What's going on? Because it's another
Right.
part. So can you speak to the mindset and mental health part of this process?
So yes, I definitely I'm there with my clients. So I'm accountability partner with my clients. A lot of people, and some of the questions I ask, do you have support at home or do you not have support at home? Because it takes a village. Like it takes someone to help you at home to kind of keep you on track, remind you, hey, we're on a journey to get a better you. And also if the clients do not have that, I am accountability partner for them. I check in frequently. I'm not gonna say I'm not big on calls. I do call, but I like to see my clients in person. I need you to come see me. If you got an issue, you got a stumbling block in front of you, call me. You need to come into the office. Come into the office. We need to figure out what's going on, and making sure that they are all constantly reminded that hey, you might have lost your 10 pounds in 2 weeks, but guess what? You lost 2 pounds last week. You lost 3 pounds the other week. I give them make them celebrate small wins because my clients be so focused on the scale and my measurement tape, they just forgetting about the whole journey and the whole process. You lost some weight. It might not have been what you want, but small wins and just keeping them motivated. Like, hey, you lost them 3 pounds, girl. You looking good. Like next week, we're gonna be losing some more weight. So I just kind of keep them encouraged and motivated. Like, this is a journey. You're doing great. Continue to do great. You took the steps. So
Mhm.
people say I hold my clients' hands. I nurture my clients. I want to make sure they know that I'm here no matter what the time of the day is, and we in this together. And I do challenges with my clients. So people say you're small, you need to lose weight. I always have room for improvement for me and myself. So I take small 3 to 5 day challenges that I do challenges with my clients. So we both could be in a healthier, better state, and also keep my clients on track too.
Yes, I like it. Um,
Yes.
and that's a big part. It's highs and lows of it. Like one week might be a great week, and next week might not be a good week. And again, if it's a female, we go through a lot of different changes. So that week might have just been that week, but the next week you come back strong. So giving yourself grace as you go through the process to just try it step by step. I like it.
Yeah, and I tell them like people be like, okay, they forget that we're human. If you
Mhm.
got a craving, you love that popcorn, satisfy that need. We're
Mhm.
not gonna indulge in it, but you need to get you a smaller cup of popcorn to satisfy that need, and we're gonna move on. We done had our little cheat day, cheat hour, and we're gonna start our week off again. So I think that's where another I should have mentioned that in the misconception because you need to satisfy those needs. Like you need to be able
Mhm.
to satisfy that need to better move forward because you're gonna be stuck on that one thing until you get it and it's gonna distract you. So satisfy that need, that popcorn, that candy bar, and we're gonna move on. I had a cheat day. Next week, next day, I'm back on track focus.
Now, I must say the disrespectful part of that is I
Mhm.
try to like be mindful. I'm not really like a junk food person, but when I
Mhm.
have a taste for it that satisfied me, right? So I
Mhm.
went and got some ice cream and I ate. I was like, oh, it did not. And my change, like it wasn't what I thought it would be. So that also happens too, where you're like, I satisfied that need and it was a waste, or like
Yes.
I did try it and think dessert. So that's the benefit too when you're on a path of healthier living, healthier, thinking that
Mhm.
it might not be the same, and that's
Absolutely.
okay.
Absolutely.
Good. It stinks sometimes, so we don't
It
like it.
does.
She's like, I used to
It's a,
love this. What are you talking
yes.
about? So yes, it's a process. Could you share a success story of someone that you've worked with, a success story that stands out to you?
Yes, so I had a young lady that came in, kind of was a little bit older in age, was trying different weight loss things. So I didn't did the keto, I didn't did different weight loss programs. I have did other clinics that I worked at, could not lose any weight or have lost weight and then fell back to gaining the weight back. Initially came in was at 270, and my client within 3 months was down to 200 pounds. This client was really struggling. The satisfying the needs with those cravings. It was the snacks would not let her go. It was a whole tug of war thing. It was like I would get on track and it would pull her. So she had struggled a lot with not being consistent. Sleep pattern was messed up, stress was triggered, and had a great deal of depression that was not addressed. So with that, the client wanted to give up so many times. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm like, you can. Like you can. We here together. You can. Like you got this. Like satisfy that need. Move on. And I actually referred my client out to a therapist because it was affecting her life so much that she could not focus on anything day to day. Like it was definitely debilitating her that she couldn't work, she couldn't take care of kids, she was not able to even lose the weight like she's supposed to. But it's not the most to me because no matter how much she wanted to give up, she didn't, and she thanked me every single day that we do see each other for me pushing her, for me motivating her, for me getting the resources to help her, because I know that I'm just a med spa clinic, but I have resources and referrals to get you everything that you need to give you the best version of you. She stated that no one never motivated her, no one never gave her resources and help, no one was there for her. I mean, I was getting calls 10 11 o'clock at night. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. 10 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock in the morning. There was times that she didn't show up for an appointment. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like I was like, not necessarily doing a welfare check, but I was doing a welfare check. Like, look, you was my responsibility. I'm responsible for you. I'm gonna keep you on track. So it stood up the most to me because it was a hard journey, like a very hard journey to get her through. And we think we just here for the money, just here for this, but I approach this holistically. Like I have a whole holistic approach and mission and vision and core values that I do my services by, and what I strongly believe in. Just the nurse that I am, the healthcare provider I am. So it stood the most out me. She's still losing weight now. That was like then, and now she's down to 180 at her goal, and she's maintaining. Has been the best version of herself thus far. Working, sleep good, taking care of kids, and even going back to school. So those little moments and that we have shared together, it made her stronger. So my strength poured into her to keep pushing through.
I love it. The part that stands out to me, when I'm looking for a doctor, I'm always looking for someone who is well rounded, has good bedside manner. But the fact that you went beyond just the session to really make sure they were good, the fact that you really listened and then connected them and referred them to somebody else, hats off to you.
Yes.
There's not many of you. There
Hmm.
are some of you, but there are not many. And it's so important because sometimes you're going for that help and it's beyond just what the initial eyes see. That part of like, well, what's going on? We're really digging deep to find out what's going on with that client. Thank you for that. And to those
Absolutely.
listening, I hope that we're challenging our doctors to do that same thing of really find out what the root is. If we're expressing a concern or shimmying over a concern, that they're looking to those between the lines to find out how to really support us as a whole. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. Thank you. No problem. I love what I do.
It shows. It
That's
shows. It shows.
absolutely.
So where are you located? Because people are like, I want to get a shot. Can you mail me a shot? How does that work? Where are you located?
So yes, Exclusive Aesthetics and Med Spa is located in McDonough, 822 B Pavilion Court in McDonough, Georgia, 30258. Excuse me,
Mhm.
30253. But sometimes I know you guys, it's cold outside. Your girl has got some VIP concierge, so we'll come to you in the comfort of
Mm.
your own home and also provide services to you as well. So we have an option in person and also a VIP concierge services as well.
So what's the mile radius of that? Because I'm in Pennsylvania. So if somebody's listening from Pennsylvania, somebody's listening from Florida. The people want to know.
Yeah, so I do 100-mile radius in Atlanta. But if you're looking for out of state, that would be more like a telehealth, a televisit. We still can
Mhm.
service those clients as well. So we do have a comprehensive, very comprehensive, robust telehealth business that we do offer with our services. And then we do in person business throughout the weight loss journey as well.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Very
Yes.
nice to know. Very nice to know. So with so many, we talked about like doing what works for you. So with so many options of how to lose weight or these get skinny quick, I don't want to say schemes because some of them do work. But sometimes you feel like it. You telling me to not do that and it's gonna work, or I want to eat from 12 to 8. I'm hungry at 8:05 every day. You told me to stop eating at 8. What how can people find or what should they consider when looking for what plan works best for them?
I think because when it comes to my approach, we do blood work. We
Okay.
do blood work. We do a comprehensive panel to see exactly where our clients is, because it could be like simple fix that we can fix to help with that weight loss.
Mhm.
So I always just challenge, like I mentioned before. I see what has worked for them in the past and what has not worked for them, and then I give them I guess a little enhancement to their meal plan. I give a little enhancement to their exercise plans because I generate all those things for them. I generate nutrition plans and I generate exercise plans for them. So
Okay.
I feel like it's all individual tailored. It just goes back to the person. What has worked, what hasn't worked, or what has you not tried. I'm not gonna say I'm big on diets. I'm big on portion control. I'm big on calorie counting. I'm big on making sure your water intake and your exercises. So I don't try to take away my clients to say, okay, you need to just go into a strict vegetarian diet. I don't do that. I'm more on portion control, calorie count, exercising, your water intake, which is the best. And then give me some exercise, whether it's low residual, just take a walk for me, do a mile for me, whether it's going to the gym. Now, if they want to do certain target areas like their back and their arms and their stomach that's not going as fast, then I would give them a little bit more a more exercise approach. But I just do not make my clients go cold turkey on the things that they love. I say I prefer you to do grill. I prefer you to cook with olive oil or grapeseed oil. Or if you got the hair fried food, let's this cooking in olive oil, air fry. You want that crunch because it's about that crunch in them seasons. Put it in the air fryer. Put it in
It's
the air
about the
fryer.
crunch, okay?
Yes,
It's the
and get
crunch.
that crunch in them seasons kind of
Yeah.
marinated. So that's my approach when it comes to diets. And just making sure that my client is around them. It's tailored to them
Mhm.
all the way, completely tailored to them.
You said portion control, and that's a big one because
Mhm.
sometimes people are just having a good time in the life or the world of buffets and all you eating things. They say, "Oh, I'm gonna try this. Oh, I'm gonna try this. Oh, I'm gonna try this," and then you got to get rolled out of there and things that sort. Um, and being wise in the decisions that we make too, because like we'll get a salad, like I had a salad today, but when you break down what you put in that salad,
Yes.
it was less lettuce than anything else in that salad. And we got to be aware of that. But the praise or the good part is that you did do a salad, right? It wasn't for the
Absolutely.
pride. And as time moves on, you start to like take out some of those other things. It was funny. I was in the grocery store getting some dressing, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try the light one. I haven't had this dressing before. I'm not going to know the difference from the full power from the light powers. I'm like, why not try the light?" It was
Right.
the other time I stopped eating peanut butter for a second. Now don't hate on a good peanut butter and jelly. Sometimes it hits.
It's good.
And I had it. I was like, this peanut butter is so sweet. I was like, dang, I should have got like the less sweet and things that sort because I hadn't had it in a while. So I want to know the difference. So again,
Right.
it's those small changes that you made that can help you
Yes.
out.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure. I agree. And as you go on your journey, you be like, okay, I really don't want this, or this
Mhm.
tastes a little bit better than the regular. So your
Mhm.
taste buds gonna start evolving and changing. You're gonna be like, I don't
Yes.
want this. I
Mhm.
want to try this differently. So it's this amazing journey to go through how your body just kind of react to everything. Like, okay,
Mhm.
we resetting all the way. So it's
Yes.
amazing.
Yes.
It's amazing what our bodies do and go through.
And that part you said of like making sure you're getting some vegetables and some fruits in because too often like you'll go to these fast food spots and you're not getting vegetables. A little bit of lettuce, the
Mhm.
one tomato that they put on that sandwich is not quite enough for you to get your vegetable intake.
No,
So
it's
making sure that
not.
you are incorporating that in your diet.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, I still got a bone to pick with whoever said carrots make your eyes better and spinach make you sound like Popeye. I haven't
Yeah,
quite got to that place yet, but I'm gonna keep eating and see what
right.
happens.
Exactly. Yes.
So okay, you said you're in Georgia. What has been your experience working with SwagHer? How have you liked being on this side of the world with swag?
It's been an amazing experience from the time I first reached out to you guys, the response back, how you guys really wanted to know me individually, know me as a person before. That meant a lot to me because most people are like, okay, I'm just gonna do this, you can do this, and that's it. They don't, you guys wanted to know me for me, what I do, what I had to offer, and it was been an amazing experience, and I would not have changed it. And I'm glad that you guys had the opportunity for me to be on you guys' podcast with her. I really appreciate it. And I would do another one and another one. You guys can invite me as many times. And I can, I would do it again. So it's been a wonderful experience since I reached out to you guys. And 10 out of 10 recommend.
We appreciate that, and I'm glad that this is recorded since you told us that you would do another one and
Yes.
another one.
And I
And I'm appreciative of that. And it's something that you said of how, like, we were really looking at the person, the same thing that you do. So it's amazing how, the values align of how it is we're trying to help the community. So we're trying to bring, sharing what's going on today, but you're also sharing what's going on with your weight. What you doing? How can you do this? Can you add a mouth? Can you add another bottle of water? Do you
will.
really need that soda?
Yes.
Those small little things that help us. Because we complain a lot about some of this stuff, but we're not doing the action to make it happen.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
why we had these times of what's going on to kind of say, you want to do it. So let's see what we can do today. How can we work on it?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Take one day at a
Oh,
time. That's how I approach it. One at a time. It's not as a walk. It's not a marathon. It's a marathon. It's a walk. You need to crawl
yeah,
before you walk. And the
yeah.
world, I always tell my clients, the world wasn't built in one day. So we're gonna take one day at a time.
That's it. That's it. And friends, yes, you heard it here from Rachel. 10 out of 10 do recommend. So sorry. We got to also, we put a spotlight on you, but we also put a spotlight on ourselves to
Absolutely.
encourage people to come
Absolutely.
back because we're always just trying to share some good information with the community.
Yes, they definitely, you guys need to follow me on Instagram, exclusiveaesthetics.com. Also exclusive underscore aesthetics med spa on Instagram, and exclusive aesthetics on Facebook, so you guys can stay up to date. And also
Yes.
I have a free weight loss Facebook group that you can join and get some information, even if you're not a client of mine. But I have a great group that supports one another, that wants to lose weight or have lost weight, had a success story, or just want to continue to maintain or lose weight or maintain. So exclusive aesthetics med spa has a free weight loss group that you guys can join and can be able to be up there. So I'm excited.
Now I love that of having a group. I mean,
Yes.
this world of social media, you find a lot of different things. We sometimes you find more tearing down than uplifting. So I'm excited for this group that you have of encouraging people
Yes.
in their journey because it's different. Like you said, one person might have had a great day and they'll share and they'll have some cheerleaders to cheer them up. And then somebody's be like, if today was bad, some cheerleaders say, hey, it was bad, but we could try again tomorrow, right? Or we could try again later on today, not beat up ourselves. I like it.
Absolutely. Yes. I'm so excited. So you have a village. We
I
here
like it. I
together.
like it. Love it, love it, love it.
Yes.
So, is there anything else you would like to share? Some words of wisdom, words of encouragement to those that are tuned in, that will tune in, as it relates to anything.
Yes, I would like to just say, everybody's built differently. We full focus. I know people be focused on, okay, I want to be skinny, I want to be this. I feel like God built us uniquely, differently for a reason. Some may be bigger, some may be smaller, but we all built uniquely different. We all
Mhm.
are beautiful inside and out. No matter how you feel about yourself, you're beautiful, you're strong, you're here, and you're here today to make another change or difference in life. No matter what nobody says to you, just know that you're here. God put you on this earth for a reason, and you're gonna be able to do what you need to do. You have a support. People might not feel like they have a support, but you have a support from me and others. There's a lot of people out here. You have to find your group, find your people that's gonna lean on you,
Mhm.
and you can lean
Mhm.
on them to better get the things done for you. You're not alone. Just continue to push through. God has put you here for a reason. You're resilient, and just continue to prosper and grow in life and elevate. All life is all about elevating and lessons learned. And we may do things, but guess what? We got another day to fix it and to turn it around.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed today. I do hope that you liked, that you shared, that you commented. I'm going to take a moment. If you have any questions in the chat, you can drop your question down below for Rachel. So she'll be
Yeah,
excited to answer. You can see that she's truly passionate about
yeah,
what it is that she's doing. We shared about her group, Facebook. You want to be able to join. Free group, free tidbits, free encouragement, free cheerleading.
absolutely.
And again, we need that because it's enough people trying to bring us down. Let's uplift each other, okay? So again, we'll take a couple more seconds. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments.
Yes,
Oh, this
that's
was really
important.
nice. It's pretty cool. And again, kudos to you for being in this field. What has this experience taught you though about this leg of health and wellness, weight loss?
It has taught me a lot. It helped me figure out. I'm not gonna say I always had impression of just weight loss was just come by eating. It just gave me another outlook that a lot of things in life and a lot of triggers contribute to people weight loss. People just
Mhm.
they can say I could be eating because in reality it's people that's eating healthy as possible and working out and they are still gaining weight. And
Yeah.
you like, we got to figure out what is the source and the cause of this and what's going on. So
Hmm.
it has made me take an outlook of that no matter what a person can do, they can go to the exercise, the gym 5 times a week and eat a salad every single day, but they still gaining weight and not losing. So it
Hmm.
made me do a whole approach of people can lose weight, people can gain weight, or other things can contribute to weight loss. It maybe opened
Yeah.
up my eye on more than just not eating or genetics. It gave me a deeper insight of what weight loss is about. It
Yeah.
made me just become really passionate and do some real research on it and just by
Yeah.
clients.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Again, I thank you so much for sharing your story today.
Yes.
Friends, be
Thank you
sure
for
to
having
go
me.
and follow. Um, Rachel and what it is that she's doing. She's helping the community and catered support to you. So that's really amazing. So if you're in the Georgia area, 100 miles within, they got some door-to-door service for you to check you out, and just to give you some tidbits and tidbits and feedback on your process of your weight loss journey.
Yes.
Pretty
So,
cool.
did someone ask a question?
No, I didn't see any questions, but
Okay.
actually, I'm gonna throw it back to you. What's a common asked question to you that we may have missed that might be beneficial for those listening?
So the common most question that I get asked is, with the different shots is like, okay, is it a diabetic medication or will I become a diabetic? Or how
Mm-hmm.
effective is it? Or am I going to gain weight after I finish the weight loss shot? So I have a lot of common questions that do kind of me. I think one of the biggest is the price.
Mm-hmm.
Is it affordable? Do you take insurance? I don't take insurance, but I have a lot of affordable packages for my clients. Even with adding a new tool is Afterpay and Klarna. So people were like, I love Afterpay and Klarna. I ain't gonna lie, that's my drop right there. So yes, Afterpay and Klarna is added as a payment option because I have packages even for people that can't afford it or people that feel like it's too expensive. I go by people budget. I don't force something that's going to say you can't pay your mortgage or your rent the next month. So I get packages that you can still slide this little um lifestyle change in, but also still be able to maintain life within itself.
So, friends, there is payment plan options. QVC started this
Yes.
years ago, and now we have Klarna and Afterpay, where
Yes.
it is affordable. And sometimes people stop because you feel like maybe it's out of my budget. So just reach out, see how you can work it out, because it can be covered. Really, really cool.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome. So no questions. So we're going to go ahead and let Miss Rachel go because she got work to do to help the community. Okay. If you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to her. We have shared her Instagram and her link tree. Don't forget you can find her on Facebook with the group that's doing some amazing things to uplift you in your weight loss journey. And I'm sure other things is going on in there. So go on in there and get some love. Sometimes we need some love as well.
Absolutely. That
Um,
TLC.
Yes. And it might not be that today you're ready, but you join, and the day that you are ready, you see that that village is there to help support you as we village through it together. All right. So pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Again, we thank you so much for joining us today, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to What's Going On, where we check in and find out what's going on. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So you know every time we're going live. And until next time, thank you so much. Have an amazing day, friends.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Was good.